Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here. Bienvenidos y bienvenidas todas. Gracias por estar aquí. There's an echo.
Would you mind moving it on the button?
How you doing? Hey, what's up?
Very good. Okay. I'm gonna do the wrong poll, so I still hear an echo.
If you have a computer that's logged into the Zoom right now, you could just mute it, the computer. That way we didn't have the feedback, that would be great. Might be you.
It's not me.
Is it coming out of that?
Okay.
Is it coming out of that?
Sorry about that. We're trying to figure out technical issues.
Excuse me, can you increase the size of that battery up there?
Oh.
Can you enlarge the battery?
No, we can't. That's just the size of you can, yeah, you can zoom in. Thank you, Alice. Ready? Awesome. Sorry everyone for the technical issues. We're happy to have all of you here. So, but we were not ready to receive you, but we will be this time. So thanks for coming. It's 6:06, so I'm gonna do the roll call for the organizations and partners that are here. Welcome. Project lead for grid alternatives.
Yes, present.
Project lead for Downward Richmond.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Project lead for Rich City Rights. Present. Sorry, it's just for the recording to get to be in the Zoom. Project lead for Trust for Public Land.
Here.
Project lead for UC Berkeley. Present. Project lead for Urban Chill.
Present.
Let's record that all the partners and the city of Richmond are present in the meeting for today. So just for everyone that is joining for the first time, this is the information about the meeting that we host every Wednesday, every first Wednesday of the month, from 6 to 8 p.m. here at Nevin Community Center. We have virtual attendance too, so you can access to our Zoom meeting, as some of you guys are doing, to be able to see the screen on your phones. You can also access your phone if you want to call. That's the number that you should call, and that's the webinar ID. All this information is published on our website, so if you cannot see it right now, you can take a picture, of course, but if not, it's public on our website. All the community members and members of the public must abide by the community agreement. So we have community agreements that are public on our website. If you need to look at them, it's just agreements in relationship to how can we do respectful comments and be able to interact with each other in a way that we can all speak and we can all have a good conversation where we can hear everyone and let everyone speak their minds freely. So in every meeting, our next point is our Richmond Rising, our land acknowledgement that was created in a collaborative way by the partners in this group and the city of Richmond. So we usually try to read it collectively. So I'm gonna let the group do it. Do you guys want to start on that side? Is that okay?
Sure. There's a different slide though, right? Is that the continuation?
Sorry,
Okay.
thank you. I went one back. Thank you.
Okay.
While Richmond Rising seeks to strengthen the economy, improve public health and environment, particularly in the Iron Triangle, Santa Fe, and Coronado neighborhoods, we do so with the awareness that we occupy unceded, Huichin, and Cotakin Ohlone territory.
We acknowledge that the land theft of indigenous homelands and the dismantling of indigenous sovereignty was done to advance colonization.
We acknowledge that capitalism and white supremacy are branches of colonization that have persisted throughout hundreds of years of oppression, are alive today, and contribute to keeping Black, Indigenous, and all other people of color from thriving.
We further acknowledge that this country's political, economy, and social institutions were built on the forced labor of African people on stolen land through violent, systematic abduction from their homeland and enslavement over hundreds of years.
We further acknowledge the exploitation of immigrant and refugee communities as modern forms of cheap and disposable labor are regularly carried out on stolen land.
Thus, we acknowledge that we have been impacted and harmed by these histories and experiences imposed on our ancestors and communities. We further uplift the shared struggle among Black, Indigenous, and all people of color.
We also acknowledge that Indigenous people continue to live here, steward the land, and resist settler colonialism.
We conclude that our land acknowledgement is an active and evolving statement and process. It requires us to recognize historical injustices and invites us to be active participants in our collective healing.
Thanks, everyone. In our next point, this is a Richmond Rising and collaborative stakeholder statement. The city of Richmond and 6 local organizations, together known as Richmond Rising, received $35 million to bring health, economic, and environmental benefits to the Iron Triangle, Santa Fe, and Coronado neighborhoods. Richmond Rising is supported by the California Strategic Growth Council Transformative Climate Communities Program. The Collaborative Stakeholder Committee provides guidance and project implementation and holds us accountable in reaching our goals. Can make recommendations, provide input, and assist project leads in implementing project activities. Does not have final decision-making authority, and project leads must consider recommendations from the committee and members of the public. We have one item in the agenda, which is public comment for items that are not included in the topics of our agenda. So for everyone in the public who are here and joining us today, this is a space for you to provide comments on things that are not going to be talked about during the meeting. So if you have an agenda, the list of topics is included in here. If you wanna talk about any of topics that you're concerned about, this is a space for you. Para las personas que nos acompañan del público, tenemos un espacio que se llama comentarios públicos que no están en la agenda. So, si ustedes tienen una agenda en la mano y hay algún tema del que no vamos a hablar, que quieren comentar o que quieren poner en la agenda, este espacio es para ustedes. So, please raise your hand, levanten su mano si hay algún tema que quieren abordar. Is there anyone who wants to make a public comment? The space is open for you. Yes.
Yeah, about the.
Can you say your name?
Address of our.
Awesome.
I noticed, I was seeing, that when, that one of the meetings at the park, and it was talking about the device, today we use the device, or like $20 for all day and stuff. Is there a way for people who can't afford?
I'm gonna let the project manager of that program to respond. We have Salma, who's the project manager for you back here.
Membership, $80 membership monthly.
So that would be like, because people have asked me, like,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, okay, that's good now. Thank you.
Thanks for the question. Thanks, Salma.
Yeah. I have a question, but it's not regarding the topic. Is there any way we can like enunciate or like, is there articles you guys can speak into? Like there, are we supposed to hear the conversation you're having or? I can't hear. So I'm trying to figure out, is there a way that enunciate or there's a microphone you can speak into?
We can try to speak louder. Is this better? Can you hear better if we do this?
I
Or?
kind of feel like mumbling a little bit,
Okay.
I guess, because it just sounds like, maybe me, but I just feel like it's a little louder.
You're not doing.
So it's not, you can't fix it, class, letting you know that it's a little hard,
Hard to hear.
complicated, but to be the end result.
Would it be better, let me ask if we have a microphone in the community center, but if we don't, would it be okay if we move the chairs around so it's better for you to hear?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second. If it's okay, I'm gonna just interrupt the meeting for a second to try to get us a microphone.
Be alone.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I'll put over.
Eve at 7:30, but
Oh, thank you.
halfway here, I just abandoned.
I mean, that might be good for like enunciation and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We need-
Oh my God, it always takes me more than half an hour to get here for some reason.
No, yeah, traffic light across coming this way, for sure,
Yeah.
because of me, but I would have thought like coming the other way.
It was, I left like with like 35 minutes, but
Yeah.
it just not enough time.
Me too.
How was your dental appointment?
Cavity free?
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
job.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, I like sat down, I hadn't seen my dentist in a minute.
Oh, wow.
First thing she said was like, so, like, I see that you.
No microphone.
Oh.
Do you think this is too much?
Yeah, you can see that, like, you know how they like send you kind of like spam?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try this. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is it better? Awesome. There's no microphone, but we got this. Is this better for you to hear? Okay. I'm gonna ask the members of the committee to, let us know when you're gonna speak. This is gonna take us a little coordination for comments, but I hope this is better. Awesome. So are there any more public comments on topics that are not related to the agenda? ¿Hay algún comentario público de la comunidad que no tenga que ver con la agenda que tenemos? If we don't have any, I'm gonna continue. There's gonna be spaces for you to ask questions and continue the conversation if you want anything to introduce any other topic. Thank you. So the next item is review and approve of previous meeting minutes. We have 1 minute that was submitted, but we received no comments. Can we approve previous meetings or do we need more time to review them? It doesn't have to happen today. I'm just putting this on our list of things because we would like to approve them today or in our next meeting.
I make a motion to approve them.
Do I have anyone second? Then we approve the minutes from the previous meeting and for the members of the public, if you want to know what has been spoken about in the previous meetings, all the agendas are published on the website, richmondrising.org, and you can get them in English and Spanish. So they're public on our website, except this last one, which has not been approved. So we will upload it on our next, by our next meeting will be uploaded. So on every meeting, we do a project status report, and we let all the members of all the partners of the Richmond Rising Coalition to update us on their financials and the grant expenditures. So we're gonna do that for all the projects, and so this way you can see what is happening on each of the projects. I'm gonna start with Grant T, which is the City of Richmond grant management. The work that was completed since last meeting is we have executed all the contracts with partners. We hired all the staff. We have approved the agreement for by City Council for getting implementation technical assistance, which is the consultants that are supporting all of us with the work that we are doing. We are hosting all the CSC meetings, and which means the current meeting that we're attending as the community stakeholder committee meeting. And we are including translation, interpretation, refreshments, and childcare. We're also reporting invoices and creating invoices and reports. And we just submitted the calendar for invoice number 5 that is due next Monday for all the partners to report information related to their expenditures and the status of their projects. Total expenditure, $135,000. Remaining budget, $558,000. Plan for the next 2 weeks is we are circulating the next agendas. We are starting to integrate the invoice number 5, and we will be sharing the leverage report for you to be able to upload your information. and will be processing and paying invoices from all the partners who submit in the next week or so. The city is also reporting on the neighborhood complete streets. This project is focused on Harbor Way and Ohio Avenue, and these two streets are having different infrastructure changes for slowing traffic and making streets safer and walkable and bikeable. So we just had the project kickoff meeting last week, which means we had a meeting with all the people who are involved in this project to start discussing the design of the streets. The total expenditure till now is $6,000, and the remaining budget is $5,174,000. The planned work in the next 2 weeks is schedule a stakeholder meeting this month and have CSW, who is the consultant that is working with us, to set up a community meeting with the neighborhood councils. So this is for you to be aware of what is happening, and partners have been attending this meeting, but they still want to meet with other partners and community members in the future once this project is a little bit more advanced. And I'm going to let the Trust for Public Land to talk about Richmond Wellness Trail.
Hello. Good afternoon. My name is Terrence. I'm the project lead at Trust for Public Land, managing phase 2 of the Richmond Wellness Trail. The work completed since the last meeting, we also hosted the project kickoff with the city Placeworks, which is our consultant, and some stakeholders. And we've also begun early conversations around planning community engagement. Our expenditures to date are $22,200, and our remaining budget is $4.7 million. In the next 2 weeks, we will plan coordination meetings with project partners and stakeholders. We'll continue planning the project's community engagement pieces. We're going to schedule a project site walk and schedule survey and site analysis work.
You pass it to Investor. Thank you.
Hello. I'm reporting in for Resident Homes, and work completed since last meeting. Please excuse a slight non-update. We have 3 complete client projects, 20 energy efficiency clients, 6 outreach events conducted. Below that is a typo. Resilient Homes team internal training that was set for May 2nd, and I've also set one for tomorrow. The total expenditures reported to date are $115,490. Remaining budget is $6.8 million left, and the planned work in the next 2 weeks are we had actually quite a few solar projects updated, scheduled, so it's still about 3 more. Thank you.
But could you tell the public, since we have a lot of new people, what your project is about, so we can, and we might do the same with you, Terrence. Sorry, I'll go back.
So thank you all so much. So the Resilient Homes project is in a partnership with 2 organizations, Real Alternatives and MCE Clean Energy, and we basically our project is to solarize 250 homes in the city of Richmond for the next 5 years, per year, and this is solar-rising them, where electrifying them, which means everywhere that we can swap out all appliances, water heaters, like electrical ones, doing that one, and also we're doing in-home energy efficiency upgrades, where we actually measure energy efficiency in your home and areas that can be upgraded with swapping out different appliances and other instruments. We do.
Thank you. Would you let Mr. talk about his project before that? Oh, sorry.
So phase 2 of the Richmond Wellness Trail is another 1 mile into what's called Wellness Trail. It's bike and pedestrian infrastructure improvements from heading over down to the place to the bay. So phase 1 was from the park station down to Cutting Bowling. Boulevard on East Takeout, and we'll be continuing that with further plans.
Thank you. Ayeli, that's you.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Bayeli. I'm with Rich City Ride. I am overseeing the construction of our new electric bicycle lending library. It's going to be a state-of-the-art modern hub that will be replacing our current shed that is located at Unity Park. We're going to be running 2 different programs out of the new hub that we are currently in process of designing. It will be our electric bicycle lending library where locals can come, residents can come and loan a bicycle for up to a week free of charge. And also we will be doing our BCM program, which is our volunteer training maintenance program, where participants can take a 5-class course and then take home a free e-bike after completing and graduating from the program. So our work completed since the last meeting, we have done some outreach at the City of Richmond Pride event. We are currently in the process of completing our leverage funding report. We've also reached out to local muralists for their submissions of the mural art, the art that will be painted on the surrounding exterior of the building. So if you guys know any muralists, please have them reach out to me, and I will be more than happy to have them submit their work for publication. The planned work in the next 2 weeks is we are going to submit our final plans for permitting. We're going to present to the Art and Culture Commission. We're going to present to Design and Review Board, and we're going to hire a TCC Youth Fellows Project Manager. We're also going to continue our outreach at the City of Richmond Juneteenth event and 5K event.
I skipped you, I think. That's what happened. Yes, I skipped you. I'm sorry. Okay. That is for you, Chief.
Cool. All right, can everybody hear me? I don't have to use the megaphone. Is that cool? Chito Floriano, Director of Farm and Gardens with Urban Till. I'll be talking about our Basins of Relations program with the TCC Richmond Rising Project. This project aims to help with water efficiency in homeowners' homes by installing a gray water system, so laundering the landscape. So it's using that recycled water that's coming out of your washing machine and putting it into your garden or into any fruit trees or flowers that you have in the yard. And so some work that we've completed since the last meeting, we've installed 5 drip irrigation systems and 1 laundry to landscape gray water system for Iron Triangle homeowners. The work is supported by our new water conservation team, as well as members of our water restoration field crew. Total expenditures reported to date is $126,000. Remaining in the budget is $1.5 million. Planned work in the next 2 weeks is to onboard a new community outreach coordinator and also do several site visits and installations that are planned. We're hoping to find more homeowners that are interested in these gray water systems. But we also realize that not every home is a good fit for this technology. So we'll need to, get over that learning curve and try to make sure that we're accommodating the homeowners in the area.
How do you feel about this?
Okay, hello, my name is Lorena Castillo and I'm the Executive Director of Groundwork Richmond. And we are planting trees, 1,000 trees in these 3 neighborhoods, Coronado, Iron Triangle, and Santa Fe. And so these are street trees in front of your home or in your garden, in your home. Also in neighborhood parks as well, or the mediums along the streets. So that's where we're gonna focus our work for planting trees. And I have Colin here, he's our urban forestry manager who's been instrumental in locating these sites. And so what we've been doing is we've been going door to door, canvassing, talking to residents, and hopefully having them adopt one of our trees. And so far we've planted about 20 trees. We're continuing to go door to door. We go every Friday. And we're continuing to order trees, and I believe we have another 20 sites identified. So in the next several weeks or in the next month, we will be planting those trees as well. We're also getting ready for our green team, which is our youth program that will start in a couple weeks, where we will hire young people to also plant trees alongside us and just learn about our programs that we have here at Groundwork. We're getting ready and doing site assessments for our annual Arbor Day event, which is in October in the fall. And so we've been going out and looking at sites and various parks where we can do an event in the fall. And so far we've spent roughly $40,000 and we have about $1 million left.
Yes. So me again, Chito, ADA Accessible Garden is a construction project that's happening at Unity Park, which is gonna enhance the trail, but also provide a garden for seniors and disabled residents, not only in the project area, but hoping greater Richmond as well. But this is a construction project that's in the project area. So some work that we've completed since the last meeting is we're still getting utility information for the project and finalizing our construction documents. We've also been hosting monthly project coordination meetings for project status and updates. So total expenditures to date is $32,000. Remaining budget is $922,000. And some planned work in the next 2 weeks. On June 13th, we'll be doing a presentation at the Arts and Culture Commission meeting. And then June 14th, next Friday, we'll actually be having a celebration. So I invite you all to come out at Unity Park Plaza, and we'll be doing ADA garden design unveiling celebration. So I hope to see some of y'all there. And another project that we have, Orchard for All. Orchard for All is intended to distribute fruit trees in the project area. So every year we're distributing 400 fruit trees around spring, around March, in hopes to do a distributed orchard throughout the project area to then harvest fruit within 3 to 4 years and then redistribute that fruit into our free programs, into our free farm stand. We also are implementing a gleaning program. So if you already have an existing fruit tree in the project area, we can come out and service the tree. We can help identify any diseases. We can help you prune it up. We can also add some amendments to it to enhance that fruit. So if you have a fruit tree, make sure to reach out to us and our Orchard for All team will come out and support that. So some of the work that we've completed since the last meeting, we developed a 6-week training program schedule for our summer gleaning apprenticeship that'll train 18 to 25-year-olds on proper tree care and harvesting and maintenance. So our summer gleaning apprenticeship application is posted online at urbantilth.org. We've also created outreach material for the training program. We've also published a social media post highlighting the Orchard for All program in the project area. Some expenditures reported to date is $48,000. Remaining the budget is about $1.1 million. And planned work in the next 2 weeks is to review the applications for the summer training program. And then we'll begin scheduling interviews for the program start date of July 1st. And then last project that we have here with Urban Tilth is our Veggie RX, which I'm sure Lifelong Medical is very familiar with. And if not, Veggie RX is a program where we partner with Lifelong Medical to be able to partner with the resident doctors at the health clinic to be able to prescribe patients veggie boxes, so veggie prescription boxes, those patients who are on the cusp of food-related diseases. Some of our produce comes from our farm in North Richmond, but we also partner with other local farms within a 50 to 100-mile radius to be able to support this work and bring organic, sustainable, regenerative produce into the project area. So some work completed since the last meeting. We launched the Climate Health Promoter Training Cohort number 1. Some expenditures reported to date is $155,000. Remaining the budget is about $3 million. And planned work in the next 2 weeks is we're gonna have our first cohort of graduates. And then we'll also have community health conductor, the second cohort, job description and opening announcement.
And we want to shout out to all the promoters who are here today. So thank you for coming to the meeting and being engaged today. In relationship to the community engagement plan that the city of Richmond is coordinating together with Green City Rights, we updated the website. So if you access richmondrisingca.org, you'll be able to see all the description of the projects that we're just talking about today. You can see this website in any language that you want. We try to target it to all the languages spoken in the community. So you can please go in there and check out the projects as well as all the information connected to the plans. And you can also get into the map to figure out if you are a resident of the project area. You can type your address in there and see if you are included in the map. If you are, you have the access to all this project that we are talking about. Some of the organizations provide you access to the project, to the programs, no matter if you're part of the project area. However, the conversation that we're having here today is just focused on the specific neighborhoods that we were mentioning earlier, Iron Triangle, Santa Fe, and Coronado. The city manager's weekly report for CSE recruitment just has been posted the last few weeks into the city manager's report. This is an invitation for all the people who are here to join us and be part of the community stakeholder committee meeting. You can be sitting in this table, having conversations with us and letting us know what you want to recommend to the people who are managing the projects that we're hearing about. There's applications in here, but you can also do it online. So we are actually reviewing today a couple of those applications that we received, but we welcome you to continue applying if you're interested to be part of this. We also attended a table at different events. RX event at Nico Park. We attended the Cinco de Mayo event. We attended an Instrument and Coronado 6th grade graduation party to talk to the youth and some of the teachers. And we started connecting with school districts to have conversations about this initiative and inviting them to be part of this CSE community meeting too. We spent $55,000 and we still have 2.5 million left. And the plan work for the next couple of weeks is we are attending the Community Housing Development Corporation Community Awareness Day. That's on Friday. If any of the partners or community members who are present want to attend, it's going to be at MLK Park. Am I right?
I'm not sure the address.
Well, we'll mention it at the end of the meeting. I'll look into my email before we leave. And we are also we're attending the grand reopening of the community center, and we are also attending the Juneteenth event that the city and other organizations are hosting. And for displacement avoidance plan that the city of Richmond is also working on, we have part of the project is focused on businesses. So this means that we are trying to support businesses so that they are not displaced from the project area as well as residents. So in terms of the work that has been done with businesses there was a database created from all the businesses that are part of the project area, because there's specific benefits that are going to be provided to them, including facade improvements and other types of economic support for them. In relationship to the system that we have bought for this project is there's a geo fencing, which means like a marker that gives us access to all the businesses and is going to let us send messages, particularly for the projects related to construction, because we know businesses are going to be affected by that, so we can have direct communication with them. This is important for the people who are doing construction projects in here, so that you know that there's an opportunity to communicate with business owners. We also reviewed the draft ADU toolkit, so if any of the people who are here have a space to build an ADU, that's an additional dwelling unit or a granny unit in your house. The city of Richmond, together with a consultant team, is putting together plans that you can use for free to build a unit in your property. So this can support you in terms of having access to housing for other family members or for renting the unit in your house. Total expenditures to date, $82,000. Budget remaining, close to $600,000, and planned in the next few weeks is levying taxes for downtown Richmond Property Business Improvement District and a quarterly update on the Blue Dot database for business information. This is the system that has been bought to communicate with businesses and be able to have a direct interaction with them. On the workforce development and economic opportunity plan, this work plan was created so that residents can have access to job opportunities. And what the city is doing is a specific study that is called place-based workforce development strategy and implementation plan. So that based on that study, we can know what are the specific actions that we need to create to provide residents in the project area with good quality jobs, green jobs that are available for youth and all the residents of the community. And we released an RFP that was due on May 15th, and we just received one response, one consultant. So the proposal was reviewed last week, and we're in the process of going to City Council for approval. So we are targeting June 25th, for this review of the contract with the City Council. Our total expenditures to date are $6,500, and our remaining budget is $1.4 million. And the work that we have planned in the next 2 weeks is the city of Richmond is going to go to City Council on the 25th. Oh, and I'm going to let the UC Berkeley team to talk about the indicator tracking plan. Do you want this, Allison?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Buenas tardes a todos. My name is Alicia Bruno. I'm the project coordinator for the Center for Global Health these days at UC Berkeley, and we are helping evaluate the Richmond Rising initiative at large and capture all of the impacts of all of its incredible initiatives. Since our last meeting, we completed our indicator tracking plan. We have been in contact with all of our project partners, and we have implemented the feedback that we have received from you and have completed a draft. So we've updated all the indicator tables that we've discussed with you all, developed project models for each of the projects that you'll get a chance to revise soon. And we don't have the updated budget yet because we're still working through some of the logistics of our budget, but in the next couple of weeks, you can expect to receive the report from us, ideally after the invoicing deadline, so you don't have too many things to think about at the same time. So we'll be reaching out to you all, we'll be providing the draft, and we'll look forward to hearing your comments on the revised draft. And exciting news for our center because we're launching our new website, and Richmond Rising is going to be featured, so we'll share the link. And once the report is approved, it'll be shared on there too, so it'll be widely available for the public as well. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for the report. So since we have public today, we usually have our report on public comments and questions, but if the committee is okay with it, I'm gonna let the public ask questions in case they have any comments or questions related to the presentation that we did. So is there anyone who wants to ask a question, provide a comment? Yes.
Okay, for the local resident, see all these projects, right? How do they access you guys in front of them to find out information? There's no meeting.
Yeah.
How do they access?
I'm gonna respond in general, but I'm gonna let everyone do their own response. We have a website where we have the contact of all the organizations and the websites. So we're actually working on seeing how we can do a collective maybe space where we can do applications, but we're not there yet. This is the start of the project. So we're working on that, but in the meantime, this is a space where you can talk to any of the project managers. And we also have a website where you can go directly to the websites that are connected to each of the parks.
Okay, pertaining to website, some people just can't access that. access what's up. You know, but they still want to be informed about what's going on in their neighborhood, because we're all not in the technology age.
That's why we're here.
2024. You know, I'm only asking stuff that I've heard.
That's fantastic, and we appreciate that very much. Is there a way that you would like us to do it? 'Cause the majority of the people that you see here usually have been tabling. We have, specific spaces on all the community events that we attend, but we're very open to hear where you want us to go to. That's what we're here for.
Okay, well, you know, before I leave, if I can leave everybody, I was the life of my medical care. And so we have patients that come to the clinic and ask us questions. So if I can leave my card, maybe then we can get a dialogue on and I can get some of the answers to bring back.
Absolutely, we'd be happy to do that, we're here for that, and we usually like hang out a little bit after the meeting to chat with the people who are coming. This is the first time that we have a full house, and we are very excited to have you here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes. Please,
You guys have a deadline to finish your college?
we have a 5-year deadline for using this fund. And we just started, I want to say 6 months ago to implement and hire the managers of the project. So this is pretty new. This is our 5th meeting, actually. This is our 5th meeting. So we just established the rules of the committee and started, approving our bylaws, our, objectives. So you guys came at a perfect timing.
So we can grant,
Can you, who was that?
grants, put it in the grant, that's how you bet.
We got $35 million from the state. And that grant is the one that we are using to fund all the projects that you are looking at, plus additional grants that other organizations and the city have received from different, places. So, we call this leverage, so we are adding money from other, grants that we have received, but the main grant that holds this, initiative is called, Transformative Climate Communities Grant. And that was a $35 million, provided to the city and 6 other organizations that are present here that you're looking at.
I have a question, I think if I heard you correctly, so it comes to the fund for the same sort of, housing, that you can put it back on the house to subsidize housing.
We are subsidizing the plans. So when you build a new, housing unit, whichever that is, whether it's an additional dwelling unit or just a regular housing unit, you need plans to show to the city that, what you're gonna build. So the city is, saving that part of hiring an architect and is creating specific plans so that, you can build something and you have already the plans. You still need to pay for the labor of the construction and the permitting. But, what the city is doing is creating the plans so you can pick in between, there's 33 different plans with different housing sizes. So yeah, you can, go and do the hiring just of the construction, and the permitting.
So the understanding, you know, that the building plan. And you present it to the city. And, from there, the right option. Whether to support the city with the building material.
It's the plans that are designed, that's what the city is gonna not charge for, those are gonna be for free. You still need to, show us that the property has enough space for the construction. Cause you will have people coming, to your space or reviewing your plans of your current property to see if the construction actually fits, the space that you have in your garden, for example, or in your garage, because we also do garage conversions. And if your neighborhood, zoning actually, is able to support the type of housing that you wanna build in there. You're welcome. Yes.
So when it comes to the parts, like, you have to pay, parts to pay, like, you know, be able to finish your house out in the city. You have to, like, find out there's an allocated, the participate.
to participate in.
So then like I want to participate in the installation or the market for all, do I have to pay?
You don't.
Okay, and then also, I guess for how long do you have to be a part of the program? The last city economy plan, is it like forever, or is it like, oh, give us 3 years, you know, to people then, give us, build it up?
Yeah. So when it comes to the Orchard for All or Basins of Relation, those services are provided for free for as long as the grant term is available, which is gonna be for the next 4 years now, because we're coming to the closing of the first year, so it'll be for 4 years. And then, we're actually looking for other, supporting funding to continue those projects, so, not making any promises, but we're hoping that we can continue those services, free of charge for the community, even after the 4 or 5 years.
And based on the 3 areas that you have, and I'm assuming on the progress of those areas, do you plan on expanding the areas outside of the designated ones that you already have?
With the funding that we received through this grant, no, because the grant, specified where exactly we were able to use the funding. Because the state of California is looking for, communities that are, disproportionately polluted. And those, 3 neighborhoods actually match the Calamari Stream, that's the state's tool to identify the places with the largest amount of pollution and the lowest income communities. And those 3 neighborhoods happen to be part of that. So that's why they were selected by the state. So not with this money. However, the city is trying to look for additional funding to expand to other neighborhoods that also need the support. But for now, we don't have anything planned. In the back.
Cuando están hablando de los caminos que se van a mantener el Ohio y Cabo, ¿cómo decidieron que van a trabajar con los caminos?
Entiendo que la mayoría de las decisiones fueron por preguntas que se hicieron a la comunidad y por accidentes de tránsito que tenemos en la zona, y por eso se quieren hacer cambios que nos ayuden a calmar el tráfico y que nos ayuden a tener espacios peatonales para la gente, así como espacios para el uso de bicicletas. No estoy segura de eso, pero puedo preguntar a la gente de ingeniería, que son los que llevaron ese proyecto para el grant. Y voy a traducir lo que acabo de decir para que no se me olvide. Her question was how we decided to do the measures that we're implementing in Harbor and Ohio and Harbor Way. And the answer that I gave was, we are trying to implement calming measures for that area to prevent collisions and pedestrian accidents as well as bike accidents. So we're trying to give more space for pedestrians and people who are riding their bikes, and trying to make it safer for them, installing calming measures. She was asking how did we make that decision? And I was telling her it was mostly the engineering team who already had that project in their plate because of the number of accidents that are happening usually in those two avenues. ¿Tenía alguna pregunta adicional? Perdón, solo quería hacer la traducción antes de seguir.
Me gustaría saber si ellos se comentan algo mismo, porque cuando se hizo el cambio en la marina fue una acción. Y realmente ahora que se hizo el camino para es una vez más peligrosa para los padres que llevan caminando a las escuelas. Que están exactamente en campo pues y estamos hablando de la universidad. Entonces, para mí sí también es preocupante porque no podemos dejar de caminar en las escuelas. Y ahora que existen los caminos para las escuelas son muy peligrosos y hay mucho más accidentes que lo que son peligrosos.
¿Hay alguna razón por la que están ahora más peligrosos?
Sí, porque como ya es una vía para el freeway, entonces también van muchísimo más rápido.
Okay.
Vale, son mucho más rápidos, entonces no respetan el hecho que la ocasión más personal, aunque estemos ahí parados para cruzar, ellos cruzan. A veces ya nos pasó con un tipo que no ha sido un accidente, gracias a Dios, pero realmente es muy peligroso para los niños. Y hay muchos niños que no han solos.
Okay. ¿Hay posibilidad de que tengamos una conversación con usted y con otras personas de la escuela para
para ver si hacen algo sobre toda esta problemas de los sociales.
Le voy a dar mi tarjeta para que una vez que tengamos la reunión con la gente que está trabajando en ingeniería, podamos revisar eso con un grupo de ustedes que nos puedan comentar con nosotros. Voy a traducir lo que dijimos.
So, her question was related about how were the decisions made in terms of the two streets that are gonna be intervened to make them safer. And, her comment was that she doesn't think that the new, bike lanes are actually making the street safer. That she was saying that, the cars are actually going faster and not respecting the bike lanes. So, what we were agreeing on was that once we have started the conversation with engineering and the consultants, we would like to gather a group of people who actually walk through those streets and people from the school who have been facing these challenges. And if you want to join this group, everyone is welcome. We'll try to make it open for everyone, but I think this is a great conversation to start. Es una buena conversación para empezar. Muchas gracias. Do we have any other questions, comments that we have related? I also want to say there's food that Matias was kind enough to bring us just right now. So if everyone is okay with that, I would like to propose a tiny break for people to grab some food and then we'll continue the meeting. Yeah, I please go ahead, get some food and water.
I'm not.
Did you want to start back there, maybe in 10 minutes?
I'm not sure. We can start back on 7:05. Is that okay?
On the Marina Way Path? For the new one, I think so. No, we got a lot of comments about that.
And
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
engineering team has had a
Saying that
Well,
there
every
is
time we're
a
out there, like,
bike lane that
working on our trees,
constructed, there's no,
when it first opened.
so it
Yeah,
has become
I think it was like a month
much
ago.
more dangerous.
I got a whole night.
Just realizing now, it's a lot more,
The one on
areas are now jumping in.
Yeah.
But I think from those construction projects, I don't know it actually the sidewalk or.
So I'm trying to pick the.
Yeah.
If I understand that, it's become a much more dangerous, route to.
There was one time,
Typically, the main concern was because there are kids in the area that walk by and that there have been more accidents. because of the development.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, we're shooting, that's the funding that we are.
I don't think we've missed.
5 years.
Hey, I guess, so in the, me too, I hope we see you and it's kind of awkward. Nice to meet you too.
Yes, it's really. Yeah.
So many people today.
Yeah, it's hot.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said when people are crossing the street, that they won't stop, they'll like go around pedestrians, and because now there's only 2 lanes, they go even faster. Or like, there's only 1 lane per, because before there was 2 lanes
Where?
on Marina Way South. Is it,
No,
is it 4 lanes?
No, it used to be 2 lanes still.
Oh,
We didn't
what?
take any lanes. We just
Okay.
which is why I was like a little confused, because they usually narrow a lane with one street and slow down.
Yeah.
There is, because we narrowed them and people who aren't nearby, the farther further out, the perception is that they're closer and it feels like they're faster.
Yeah.
But generally overall, traffic, I can't argue with it. It's like, in
Yeah, yeah.
general, it's slower. But yeah, I can't say it's.
I have noticed it is pretty unsafe, like, regardless, well, like,
Or
when
just
we're
kind of follow
maintaining trees, I just noticed like cars do go really fast,
Still,
no matter what, like,
yeah.
yeah.
Did you guys work on those streets before?
Pardon?
Were you guys work on streets before the ball scale was put in?
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious to know, does it feel faster or are they the same? Like,
I
as
have
if
to be honest, like, there's unsafe streets like everywhere, you know,
Right.
so like,
Yeah, I'm
there's
trying to
just
figure
a lot
out.
of unsafe drivers
Yeah.
all over. It doesn't matter if you're driving on the parkway, like the Richmond Parkway is like a freeway there, you know, people are going 60, 80 miles an hour running red lights. I see it every single day. Like literally going around cars running red lights. And so because there's a freeway on ramp like right there, I feel like it like makes people like want to drive faster towards, or because it's such a straight shot, like such a straight like street with no stop sign. I think it would benefit from like a flashing like pedestrian sign. I think the city needs to invest in some of those high reflective pedestrian crosswalks
Yeah.
where like it's like stop, like you know, you've seen them, the flashing ones.
Yeah, like I feel like some of this is like not applicable on the street because it's like it highlights the problem.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a citywide problem.
Yeah, it's
And regardless of the new infrastructure there, it's definitely a citywide, like it's citywide. I mean, she could have been talking about, you know, 16th and Ohio. She could have been talking about the Atchison, McDonald, like really, she could have been talking about any street. I think that's
what I see.
like, I think the issue is universal in Richmond.
That's good to know. Like if it's public.
Yeah.
It seems like it is kind of city.
Yeah.
Why?
There's I mean, we've talked about it, Terrence, with the issue with like how like the parking is right up against the road and it's like, there's like a big drop in the lantern.
Yeah.
And we've talked about the way the road kind of curves up.
Crowding, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, those are the types of specific construction issues that I heard that I've already, you know, talked to you about. Yeah.
I think that's stuff that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a difficult project, basically.
So hard. And you came in at the end of it, so.
Yeah, all I did was close out the stuff. So I was like, I don't even
It was
know.
already constructed.
Yeah.
So you'd have to hit up your girl Trudy.
Trudy, yeah. I know people still talk to her.
Yeah, I got her number.
Yeah, we have staff that's gonna see her soon, like, right, yeah, our director is gonna see her for lunch, like, next week, tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of it was the Gelati brothers. Like, I know there was a lot of like back and forth and a lot of issues.
Yeah, and it was like funding issues too, like the counting specifically the city was supposed to.
Yeah.
So that's why the road is high. I don't know why.
Because there was gonna be a roundabout there. That was gonna significantly slow traffic. And for whatever reason, they couldn't do it because there was like a major water line or pipe that went through
Something
there.
in the ground, yeah.
It was a construction issue.
That's a shame, yeah. The roundabout would have helped a lot, I think.
Oh, I mean, that's specifically addressing her issue, like that issue, not just her issue.
It helps a lot, yeah, roundabout.
Yeah, the citywide.
Right now, I actually do need to schedule a meeting with your team because we're gonna need to do a site walkthrough of the project.
Okay.
To talk about, the project in general. We'll talk about treatment and location. So that's something that we'll be heading your team on. Are you the best person to have on that, or are you trying to like ask about the college?
Yeah, you can, I would still like to be involved, and so, but you can hit both of us up. You have an email, right? Just call in at groundwork.
I think so. I've been.
Yeah.
With them before, yeah.
Recording in progress.
So we're gonna continue the meeting, and the next items are the community business items for discussion. So these are the discussions that we're gonna have today. We're gonna talk about the community seat nomination. We're gonna talk about the strategic growth council contract amendments. We're gonna talk about community engagement updates, and we're gonna talk about annual reports to city council and the strategic growth council. And we're gonna talk, last but not least important, postponing our July meeting for holiday that we're gonna have, the Juneteenth holiday. So, July. July. Oh, no, it's, the July meeting? Right? Oh, you're right. Right. Sorry, July the 4th. Thank you. Thank you. That was another conversation. So for the community seat nomination, as all of you know in this committee, and for the members of the public who don't know this, we designed a form and an application for community members to be able to join this committee. So we can have up to 14 members of the committee. So we're still missing to recruit at least 6 community members who would like to participate in this committee. Members of the community who are part of the neighborhoods, Iron Triangle, Santa Fe, or Coronado. So we started doing engagement through social media, our website, the city manager report, all the organizations had this information. We spread the word with the neighborhood councils, and we received 2 applications to the community stakeholder committee meeting. So this meeting that you're seeing right here, we are trying to recruit 6 other community members from the neighborhood that I just mentioned. And so we are gonna have 2 topics in this conversation. Number 1, review the community seat applications. Each member of the committee has the applications in your hands. These are public documents, so if you apply to this committee, please, we remind you that this is information that will be made public so that everyone knows why we're selecting the people that we're selecting. So if you apply, please don't include information that is private or that you don't want to share with everyone, because this is the stage where we're going to talk about it and discuss, and we can integrate the community members to the committee, and they need to be approved by the vote of all the community members that are currently in this table. So I am going to ask everyone in this table, do you have your applications at hand? This document. For the members of the public, there were some pieces of applications in the table. But if for the people who have them, if you can share with other people if they want to see them. Otherwise, we're gonna speak loud so you can hear what is included, what information was included in the application. So if everyone has the applications, and you also have an application scorecard. So in there, we are evaluating the following items. We're evaluating relevant experience and expertise, commitment to the community, and diversity and community representation. So we're trying to be diverse in terms of the age, gender, and neighborhoods that are represented in this resident organization. And we also want to include people who are residents, but also business owners and students in this area. So we can get access to all different opinions in this table. And we are gonna do scores from 1 to 10. 1 is poorly qualified, to 10, which is highly qualified. 1 being the lowest evaluation, and 10 the highest. So I'm gonna ask the community, the community members, please, to review the application that we have in here, and I'm gonna read it out loud so that the rest of the people who are joining us here today can hear what you guys are evaluating, and I will give this time to you if that's okay. Does that sound like a good way of doing it? Okay, I'm gonna read it out loud, and we're not gonna review what you guys evaluated. We're just gonna do the addition of the numbers and decide collectively if we wanna add the community members that are here in the applications to the community stakeholder committee, and we're gonna vote on the community application that we received. So I'm gonna read. We have 2 applications. One is Juana Hernandez, and the other one is Tomasa Espinosa. So the questions in the in the application are the following: which neighborhood in the project area, would you or the person you were nominated represent? Juana is representing Iron Triangle. We are also asking, if you're an adult, that means over 25 years old, are you or the person that you're nominating willing to serve for 2 or more years? And the answer to this question is yes. Demographic information, we are asking about race and ethnicity, per response was Latina, gender, women, and age range 40 to 59 years old, and qualifications and experience. I'm gonna read. Please note that your response may be shared with interested members of the public and should not include any sensitive or private information. Using no more than 500 words, please describe the qualifications you would bring to this position. This may include personal life experience, community references, professional experiences, or local projects and volunteer work. The response should include experience working on community projects and how you would help to increase communication to and from community members or business owners regarding the Richmond Rising Initiative. Required to answer. I'm gonna read it in Spanish because that's how it's written, and I'm gonna translate it in English. En mi país también me gustaba platicar con las personas que quemaban su basura, caminando al medio ambiente. Los invitaba a que no lo hicieran, mas trabajé por mucho tiempo en el campo. Aquí he trabajado mucho tiempo en la limpieza, ahorita estoy en un comité de padres en la escuela de misión. In my country, I like to talk to people who burn their garbage. They were polluting the environment. I invited them not to do it, but I worked for a long time in the countryside. Here, I have worked for a long time in cleaning. Now I'm on a parent committee at the Ministerial School. That was the application number 1. I'm gonna read application number 2. Tomás Espinosa, which neighborhood in the project area would you or the person you're nominating represent? The response is Coronado. She is nominating herself and would be able to serve for 2 years. The response to race and ethnicity is Hispano, gender, feminine, and age range 40 to 59 years old. Qualification and experience. I'm gonna read it in Spanish and then translate it to English. Hola, soy una persona muy interesada en lo que pasa en mi comunidad. He vivido aquí en Richmond por 20 años y creo que es importante involucrarse para crear impactos positivos para el beneficio de nuestras familias. Por esta razón me voluntariado en las escuelas de mis hijos y en diferentes organizaciones en las que creo porque comparten mis valores como por ejemplo la equidad y justicia. Hello, I'm a person very interested in what happens in my community. I have lived here in Richmond for 20 years and I believe that it's important to get involved to create positive impact to the benefit of our families. For that reason, I have volunteered in my children's schools and in different organizations in which I believe because they share my values such as equity and justice. So now we're gonna give just a couple more minutes to the people in here, project leads who are doing their evaluations. And we're gonna ask for us to record the score, the total score that we get, so that we can just share with the rest of the public what the community collectively gathered. And then we would like to have a voting in relationship to the application. You want us?
So we're just basically applicants that
Okay, yeah.
score.
I'm gonna ask a quick question. I know we have Tomasa in here, but do we have Juana Hernandez too? Is Juana Hernandez here? No, okay. I just wanna let you know that Tomasa Espinosa is one of our applicants. She's here, so if we're gonna ask questions, or if she wants to introduce herself, we can also let you do that. Tomasa, ¿te gustaría presentarte a usted más tarde? Podemos hacer eso en unos minutos si quieres. Sí, okay. Muchas gracias.
You are done. Beatrice, do you?
Yeah, but yes, can you help us with the?
Well, I guess I don't really have a lot of
Yeah,
I'm gonna borrow for today.
countryside. Now I'm parent. You know, I mean,
You done or you wanna?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll collect it. Oh. Yeah.
I mean, they must have showed up, man.
Looking for a lot of old school Excel right here. So you want me to just have it for us?
If you really get some serious work. Local high school, you'd be every nice.
I was a teacher for a long time.
Well, you.
Wow, I worked at an alternative high school. And, I had some students. I'm not technically credentialed, but, you know.
Yeah.
So we didn't think much about this, but,
Yes, sir, now I'm crunching the numbers and.
It's also.
No.
Oh, the Yellowstone? I really do, I
really like that.
I have a lot of like personal.
Handle that.
I'm starting a brand new school and she'll literally be there.
Yeah, this is a good thing.
It's really hard on her when I leave. Do you need another person?
I mean, I'm
Are you
not
getting
gonna say,
nervous?
no, I'm
You're
not,
gonna be
I'm
led
not.
by the park service, dude. It's gonna be
Right.
so sweet.
I just, they can be loud.
Is the place.
yeah, we don't.
I know.
You know, I mean, it'll be me and like the kids, but, I mean, I'm
It'll
down.
be the,
I'll be ordering in the front.
well, Destiny will be there, the delegates are there,
That's why I want.
and I wanna hear your concerns.
Oh, that's
It's gonna be everyone's first time out of,
I feel offended.
in, you know, well, maybe not, but I think a lot of people would
Oh, I think
like a one night.
Two weeks.
2 weeks.
Another state.
Want you all to stay.
I feel like there might,
A lot of feelings.
yes, we should have.
So we need to let everybody a little bit more, I feel like, it's an awesome opportunity. Cause like, do they really understand like what they're getting themselves into?
We should have a game plan for like, if somebody is like.
I mean,
Cause like.
part of it.
Or like, is like.
Mariana's gonna be fine.
Around
I think,
people-
I think it's gonna be hard for, I honestly believe that Carla. That boy is weird. I don't think he can go, and I don't think he should go. The attitude is kind of shitty, especially when it comes to recreation.
We have like.
This can be a test right now. This will hike on Friday. Be our secret test, and like, see how well they do.
Yeah.
In one fucking hour, okay? Like
They,
it's literally,
they're- yeah,
and then, and because.
we gave it to,
You want me to write my name on it?
No, I just. I have six.
I mean, I would say,
Right, someone.
Oh, he is.
oh, no.
I only, did you see that one?
Yes. You did
Right, she's right next to you.
That's why, it's just being ignored.
Yeah.
But I wanna get.
Okay, well, Matthias is doing the counting, so this is objective and nobody is, doing, the counting, who's invested on the application. I just want to say, is there any, I'm gonna open the discussion to the committee. Is there any, comments that you have on the application that you received? Any, anything that highlighted your attention on the applications received or that you would like to mention in relationship to the process that you're following?
Maybe they do.
I'm
not concerned.
Go ahead.
Do you need this?
I can comment, can you all hear me? Well, I like the fact that, both candidates' commitment to their community is definitely highlighted, in their narrative in there, and, yeah, it seems to check a few of the boxes that we're looking for. I'll just leave it there. So that's.
Thanks, Ambassador.
It's 2 seats, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And a youth.
We have 6 seats.
We have 6 seats.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 2 per neighborhood.
Super neighborhood. So we have 6 seats available for residents. We could increase it, but for now, that's the commitment that we originally had. Yes.
Which of the applicants is here?
Tomasa is the applicant who's present here. Juana is not present.
And so while we have 6 seats, after this voting period, are we still gonna we're still gonna fill all the seats? Yeah.
We don't have a deadline to fill the seats, but we want to start having community members joining the committee. So yeah, we don't have a deadline.
Okay.
So I have a total of the evaluation that the committee assigned to both applications. So Juana Hernandez got 162 points and Tomasa Espinosa got 185. So we have these 2 evaluations that were made by the committee. Doing the accounting of relevant experience and expertise, commitment to the community, and diversity and community representation. So are there any other comments that community members want to do around this evaluation? I have a question for the committee. Do you want to select just one candidate or 2 of the candidates and keep the process open, or do we want to not select anyone in the committee and continue the search till we get all the applications? This is not something that we defined. We just defined the process on how we were evaluating, but we didn't say that we were going to select them all at the same time. So this is a conversation for the city.
Are we allowed to talk to applicants that submitted the application?
Can we talk to them?
Yeah, I'm interested in Juana, like what her interest in joining the committee is. They seem like they're kind of, they do have initiatives to, talk to folks and have an interest in the environment, but I'm curious to know what type of role and impact they'd like to have joining the CSC.
For sure.
Yeah.
She's not present today. Juana is not present today, so we cannot have that conversation with her, but we can invite her to the next meeting. And for sure, we can talk to Tomasa today if anyone has questions for her. Before we do the voting, is it okay if I open this conversation to the public? Okay. Is there anyone in the public who would like to participate on the discussion that we're having, or asking questions, or if you want to participate right now, Tomasa, you're also welcome to let us know if you have any opinions on how we should do this election.
How did the committee come up with a point, to select that?
We created an application form that was public, and it's still public in the website, and we created an applicant scorecard. So we have an applicant scorecard that score from 1 to 10. And we selected the purposes of the committee are to have commitment to the community and relevant experience and expertise in the community, basically being part of the community, knowing what the community needs, and diversity and community representation, which is part of the commitment of this branch in general. So those are the 3 things that we're evaluating.
So that's what the grant call for, when you guys have the grant, that's the language that you got.
Yeah, and the purpose of the committee itself. Yeah, in the back. Do you want it?
puesto que me encanta trabajar en mi comunidad, que también nosotros, las personas que vivimos en estos estados. Seguramente se toman decisiones las personas que no viven en esta área. Entonces, por si acaso, cuando hay comités que están abiertos para que nosotros seamos una voz, yo me inscribo. No es el primer comité que todo.
But do you want to go or do you want me to do it? What Hannah was saying that is that, she's here to apply for the position because she's interested in the community. She's been working, in a lot of other positions, and she just said that she's committed with this, specific position because she wants to be participating. She lives in the neighborhood and she does in general. There's other people making decisions about, the neighborhood that she lives in, and she would like to be part of this community because she's been here for 20 years and she knows what the community is.
Tengo desde que 15 años participando como voluntario.
She's been participating for more than 15 years in different, organizations that, are represented in the community.
Como mujer, conoce, actualmente también soy comisionada de control ambiental y
She's in the rent control committee too, and, her, I forgot the name, I forgot the name, but, yeah, in the rent control committee.
Entonces, creo que mi participación en estos comités solamente para hacer escuchar. Y si no soy yo, espero que acepten a alguien más que realmente puedan escucharnos para que tomen buenas decisiones, porque esos no son los profesionales. Y queremos que se haga la cosa que nos beneficia a nosotros.
She's saying she would like to be selected, but if it's not her, she will, like you to select someone who is part of the neighborhood who can make the decision for, the neighborhood that they live. Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es María, yo estoy trabajando en la sociedad por 13 años y conozco a Comanda y la he visto en diferentes organizaciones. De verdad que es un buen ejemplo, un buen role model. She's an amazing participating in different organizations, both medical, servicios, salud, todo. She is very active person. She's a good leader.
Thank you so much. Do we have any other comments? ¿Tenemos algún otro comentario de la comunidad?
Excuse me.
Yes. Oh. Sorry, I did not hear what you said. I'm so I'm gonna let you, this one is done here, I apologize. Any other comments from anyone? Meeting?
Yeah. I would like to, discuss as a committee, I think, in the previous meeting, we didn't discuss, when we would select, community members to be a part of the committee, the timeline on it, of how long the application would be, when we wanted to like make a decision on it, like, do we want there to be more applications before we set on making a decision? Do we have to make the decision today? I just want there also to be more opportunity for other community members to apply as well. I mean, we got 2 applications. I mean, both are from 2 different neighborhoods, but we'd love to see, more, community members applying to this, before we make a decision if we were wanting to, representing each neighborhood.
I think we said we would leave it open until seats were filled.
Yeah, it's an open application.
I also remember, a note of by a certain amount, by a certain meeting, we have to make the vote as well.
We said we were gonna review applications in this meeting, but it was not the last time that we can review applications. You can put it on the agenda whenever you want, so we can have another review in the next, CSE or in two CSE meetings, if that's what we want.
Great, think about
And I think the second conversation that we have here is how are we gonna do more engagement so that we get more applications? Because we got two. And specifically with some of the community members, we have sent a ton of emails, but maybe we need to do different strategies.
Yeah.
I have a question. Beatriz, question? Is the application available like in paper form? Because I'm thinking about the comment that was made earlier and the fact that some folks might not like have, so is like, are there paper copies and where can people access them?
There are paper copies and we can print as many as you want for your organization if you need any. And you can print them too, because we have the
Just
PDF version too for public is it on the website, the PDF? Yeah, so we have the PDF that you can print, and if you need printings, we can also print. And if anyone in the public wants to apply and needs a paper copy, you can print them for every meeting that we have in
We
here.
have printed copies here.
Oh, you have printed copies here. Okay.
And maybe in printing them, dispersing them at like the legal council meetings, that might be, since we want to represent.
That's our purpose. On the next round of city council, of neighborhood council meetings, we were thinking about taking applications to them.
Okay.
Oh, and just to clarify, we have emailed all of the neighborhood.
Yeah, all the neighborhood councils.
Copy
have
of
it.
everything and information, and they have the flyer. We've been in the meetings and given them flyers and everything. We can definitely bring them applications, but they know about, leaders know as well.
Let me know how I can help.
Question?
There's a question.
Oh, yes,
Can you?
there's no due date. On a continuous basis, so we fill all the positions. We haven't filled any position yet. This is the first conversation that we're having.
And there's up to 6.
We need to get the same.
It's 2 per neighborhood though.
Super neighborhood, that's what we need to do. I'm gonna give you
No, I can,
people can't hear you, just tell them that they.
Okay, sorry. Well, based on all that surfacing in terms of like, thoughts and opinions, perhaps we may wanna at least table voting for another meeting, next month's meeting. Let's see if we can get a few more applications in, make it seem at least a little more competitive. That's what I think.
Yeah, we can keep these applications because we're not gonna discard them and try to get more so that we can have a discussion with, at least 6 applications so we can review and then, keep it open if we think we need more discussion. Is it okay if we schedule the next review for, the July meeting? Okay, and, just for you to know, no vamos a sacar nuestra aplicación, vamos a esperar a recibir un de aplicaciones porque necesitamos ver todos los porcentajes. We're not gonna start the applications that we received, we're just gonna, wait to get more applications so we can have a representation of 2 people per day.
Oh, no. You think so too?
I think we should.
So you have any other here or building for the other neighborhood?
Yes.
So you're just today?
I'm trying to send it for next, I will be that I can find to the grant.
Do you only have, who do you have there?
We have more now.
They do.
Coronado Iron.
We don't have. Oh, yeah, I read it out loud, yeah.
And right now, we have two people or 2 different categories that's fine. That have sort of more of a competition, we're,
For everyone, yeah. That's what we're trying to get.
Oh, go ahead.
No, there's someone else that had a question.
Oh, okay.
We're working today. We're working today.
Kind of what we signed up for.
Will Richmond ever be involved?
Oh, we're writing another grant right now for North Richmond. $20 million with urban health.
You got the farm.
EPA grant. Some of us were talking, well, I was just gonna say, some of us were chatting amongst ourselves and, we would like to still vote on Tomasa, who's here today. If that's okay with you all.
Can you do a motion and?
Yeah.
Anyone can?
Okay. I make a motion to, receive Tomasa's application and have her on as a committee member.
We have,
This meeting,
Pardon?
effective this meeting.
Effective next meeting, right?
I
Or
would say this meeting.
this meeting? Okay,
I mean, if I-
effective this meeting.
thank you.
do we have anyone who can second the motion? We,
Second.
okay. So, we would have to vote on that.
All in favor?
Yeah, can we get the voting for, East Berkeley?
My dad,
Oh, they're going
sorry,
outside.
yes, sorry, yeah.
You approve the motion that we're gonna propose, and that's for good alternatives, just for public land.
I vote yes, and I do want to note that we can open up more seats. So just because 2 are filled per neighborhood doesn't mean that that's exclusive. And I do really like Tomasa's application, so I would like to vote her in. And if we have more folks that are very active and would like to participate, we can vote to have more seats to this committee.
Richie Rice.
Yeah.
Richmond. Urban Health, City of Richmond, yeah, so, the motion gets approved, by, unanimous vote. So, Tomaso, you, will be joining us at the table for the next, meeting in, the first, Wednesday of July, so welcome, and we'll onboard you as soon as we get all, everything ready for you to join.
So.
Good job, we did something. Yeah. We did something.
We asked for your help to do community engagement related to advertising the position, so we can get the discussion for the next CSC meeting. I'm gonna rush through the next 4 topics so we can get going at 8. That's gonna be my purpose. Let's see if we can make it happen. So this is just an update. There's no voting or comments on this one. Well, there's comments if you need to have them, but the Strategic Growth Council is opening our contract amendment status. The project leads who are amending their workbooks or things related to their budget are already in the process of doing this extension workbooks. We would just want to remind you that this process is done individually with each of you. If you have any like specific concerns, reach out to us, but we are expecting to get the first round of workbooks to the Strategic Growth Council by the end of June. So wanted to let you know that this is already happening, but in case you hear it from the Strategic Growth Council or in any news, it's just an internal process from the state for us to amend the contract. It should be done by November, just so you know. Just updates. And in relationship to community engagement updates, we just wanted to let you know that we're continuing the discussion from May regarding individual and collective engagement practices. So for today, we just wanted to ask for your help to share with us the engagement that you're doing. We know we're going to see some of this in your reports. So I think for the purpose of time, I'm going to try to collect all the things that we see on the reports and try to send the whole team the practices that each of us are following and continuing the conversation that we were having earlier with Lifelong Medical, maybe figure out how we are supposed to reach out to community members in a way that they can get access to all of us. Because I think for now, it's not very clear, except for the engagement that each of us are doing separately, how to access all the programs. If someone wanted to access all the programs, I don't think they would know how to get there. So let's try to find a way on how to get there. And let's set up, would you like to set up a meeting or would you like to do this offline? How would you like to have this conversation? Or next year?
Yeah.
Next year, please.
Let's see,
Well, I know some of us have been trying to figure out like ways
know.
to
coordinate.
coordinate.
Oh, yeah.
Some of us have been meeting offline to try to coordinate some of our outreach efforts. So like, we don't come to your house 3 different times with
Yeah.
3 different projects. And so, because, you know, we have expertise in different areas, like we're planting trees, I don't have expertise on solar or the orchard garden. And so it is difficult for us to kind of unite our outreach, but those are the types of discussions that we're having, so that we're not bombarding you with information and we're not, you know, leaving hundreds of flyers at your door with all these different opportunities. And so that is part of our offline conversations that we're still troubleshooting and still trying to figure out the best practices for that.
If it's okay with everyone, I would like to propose a motion to move this topic for the next engagement or for the next PSC meeting, and ask all of you to come up with what you propose for this integration of the engagement. Thinking about how we make a one place station for people to be able to apply to the programs or to the benefits that we're providing through the DCC grant. And it's probably not applicable for construction, but it would be applicable for the rest of the programs that people can apply to.
Your motion?
That's someone,
I second.
Thank you. So
Terrence? I'm just kidding.
very content. Thank you, Matthias. So I'm gonna go to the next topic so we can wrap up with the 2 last discussions. So for the annual reports to City Council and the Strategic Growth Council, we are gonna discuss the requirements and project lead questions in preparation for the larger discussion at the July CS meeting. So we wanted to let you know that there's a format that was already provided by the state where we will have to respond to questions. And we're gonna ask Rachel to be here. We're gonna collect a draft based on the reports that you have been providing to the city and the state. And on the July CSC meeting, we're gonna send it to you ahead of time, but we wanna just draft the final report in here in July and just be transparent with the public, letting them know what we're gonna send to the state. So just for you to know, this is a topic that we're gonna have in there. I don't know if you have any questions, concerns, something that you want to do differently? This is for the committee.
What does the annual reports consist of?
The annual report has, I think, 10 questions. It's very prolific information, and it's that and the leverage report. And the leverage report, we showed it to you a few months ago, but we are gonna go back and bring the formats again in the July meeting, so everyone is aware of what it is. And the deadline for submission is August 31st, August 30th. I believe the last day of August. I don't know which day is that, but so we should be ready by the end of July to submit the information, because the data that is going to be included in there is from the execution of the grant in 2022 to the 31st through July 31st. So those are the dates that we have to report, and the deadline for the report is August, the end of August. So yeah, that's all the information. Is there any questions in relationship to this? Do we have any questions from the public in relationship to this? You will see the information in July. We're just letting the partners know because this is something that they didn't know ahead of time. Okay, I'm gonna continue with the last item, and I'm gonna let Salma talk about it, because she is doing a quick presentation on the Right to Day program. So you took the conversation, and that's okay with you, like a quick speech. And you have one of the policies again.
Hi, everyone. My name is Salma. I'm the community manager at City Vice Chair. The point for this survey is that we are currently surveying for two locations within the CDC project area. That is Iron Triangle, Coronado, and Santa Fe. We are looking for input on the two areas because we want to fight them where we find them most useful. These bikes contain 48 bikes in the agricultural daily. So if you could please scan the QR code and let us know where you would like to see these bikes. I don't know if y'all can see by the ground, there's little tree bikes that are at the park, Kaiser, and just right out here, kind of seven. So again, you're collecting input on where to put these have five options, and two of those will be collected for the dividing. Do I have any questions? Yes, so she has a question about ADA people, and that is a wonderful question. So, some people have brought up the fact that they would like to be kind of like that triangle thing going on these bikes, and I think that is a wonderful idea. We want to make our bikes accessible and useful to all of the people within Richmond, so that's something we will take into consideration. As well as it makes it easier to ride a bike because we have 3 shift gears. If you find yourself going too fast or you feel like it's unsafe, you can always move the gears so that you can move at a pace that's much more comfortable for you. Do I have another question? Yes.
Okay, when you get started, we gotta actually get started, well, somebody like your hands on and fill out of, if you're going too fast, to the town and stuff, actually, put it out of here.
Actually, that is a great question. So he was asking if we teach people how to use the bike, and we do hold workshops as well as on our Instagram page, Bike Today, Bike Richmond Today. I'm so sorry. Bike Richmond Today, we have to see how to bike if you like to go see that, as well as on the bike. Really, you're able to see that and tell you how fast you're going. And yeah, you will be holding workshops for your. Do I have another question? Wonderful. We recently have changed our rent plan. It used to be $2 and 30 cents a minute, and we have changed our pricing to better fit the needs of our riders. So now it's $1 a month and 20 cents a minute. We're also giving away free membership, $8 membership, and will go to TPC residents, those who live within the Iron Triangle and Coronado project areas. Thank you so much, everyone. I have some flyers that we should be giving away. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please follow up with me. I have my card on me. Connect, and I'm always collaborating with organizations, nonprofits, anything like that. Maybe I can get you started with writing my for your first time. Thank you, everyone.
It's really hard. They would only work like.
This is our last item in the agenda, so, given the 4th of July holiday, we were considering rescheduling the CSC meeting to July the 10th. So I want to propose a motion for changing the CSC meeting that was scheduled on July 4th to July the 10th.
Is there a second?
Okay.
What date is July 10th? Is that a Tuesday?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Okay.
Another one.
Okay, it's just the week
Wednesday.
after the original. Okay. Is it, right now, the July 4th is a Thursday, so we didn't want to have this till late.
Got you.
Didn't have the holiday.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to keep it, we can also keep it, but I think a lot of people are going to be out that date, so we were just considering shifting that specific meeting.
Maybe just that.
So, I'm gonna set a motion for voting, to have the CSE meeting on July the 10th. Do I have a second? Oh, sorry.
Sarah, Sarah,
Second?
I third.
Okay, so, can I get a vote from UC Berkeley?
Yes.
Randall Bennett? Yes. Trustee Public Land?
Yes.
Rich City Right? Robert Richmond? Rachel? City of Richmond, yes. For consensus, we get the meeting, from the next, CSC meeting in July to July 10th. Are there any requests for the next meeting agenda? Remember that for committee members, you can add them topics in the agenda when we send the draft to you 10 days ahead of the meeting. Do we have any topics from the public who wants us to include any topic that you want to include in the agenda for our next meeting in July? Yeah, I'm not hearing any, so I am gonna have the meeting adjourned and,
We will take the food.
Matias is asking me to tell you all that he takes some food because he doesn't wanna take it home and, eat something. And if you wanna, stay all the discount, you're very welcome to talk with us and thank you so much for coming to the meeting. We hope you enjoyed it and that you can come back, another time to keep the conversation going with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Native love.